All right, so I'm testing my microphone this morning, and I'm going to make another masterboard with, as you see, I still have an abundance of scraps from Defemember, and I'm just going to go through and get the little ones out, littler ones, and medium ones, and then maybe tear up the medium ones to make them smaller. I'm not going to do that on camera though, but I'm starting with this, which is just a piece of packing paper that I get from work, folded in half, just to make it a little bit thicker. And this is about 10 by 15. So I am going to go through my scraps right now, but currently I'm just testing my microphone, so hopefully it's working. Okay, so this is what I got so far. That should be enough to cover the page. These add like texture, like this. Put it on top of another layer, make that the top layer, and then I'll cut some of these down, spread them around the page a little bit. But I got pretty good colors, variations of colors and textures here. So I'm going to start tearing them apart and gluing them down. I'm just going to use I think I'll just use my my matte medium to glue them down, because I like to put a layer on top after I'm done. It makes cleaning off the acrylic wash afterwards, it makes it a little bit easier. All right, so I'm going to start doing that. I would record and then like speed up what I'm doing, but I don't know how to do all that yet. So for now, I'm just going to do it and then you'll see the result. All right, so my mic turned off, so I'm just doing a voiceover right now. But here I'm just showing what it looks like up close after I have added in or glued down all the bits and pieces. So it's a very good color combination and a lot of texture on here. And then next I'm going to do a wash, but I'm showing that I need to glue down some parts that are still popping off. So I'm going to make sure everything is glued down and then start a wash. I chose orange because that's one of my favorite colors. All right, so I watered down the acrylic with some coffee water that I had handy. And now I'm pretty much just going to dump it on there and spread it across the whole page. Alright, so just mixing it up, talking crap, probably making a funny joke, but don't know what it is now. Okay, so and then I'm going to follow up with a dark brown after the orange is dry, just to mute it some more because I don't like bright colors, too bright. So that's what I'm doing here, just spreading it. Yep, just spreading it around. And if you find your paint is still too thick, you can just spray water on it so you can spread it all the way to the edges and stuff. That's all. Just making sure I get in all the little crooks and crannies. And then now just kind of wiping off any excess, I should say, paint or water. Smoothing it out a little bit. And usually I have another piece of paper to put on top, and then I'll use that later, but I didn't have one available. So I'm just gonna dump it right there on my desk, kind of get some of the wetness off of there. And then I'll use a paper towel to get the rest of it off. Didn't realize my head was getting in the way. And just kind of blot it, just to get as much of that wetness and moisture off that you can. Okay, so now I'm going to do a layer of the dark brown. The same thing, watered down, and then just spread it around on your paper. And of course you can use whatever colors you want. I like the darker because I like to mute my bright colors. But if you like bright colors, you know, then you can use like blues and greens, whatever. And I know it looks pretty dark when you do this, but it'll come off. It's part of the process. Scary, but you know what? If you don't try and do it, then you're never going to know. So, and if it messes up, it messes up. It's just paper. Again, just making sure I get it in everywhere, especially because I like the darker color anyway. And then I just got a scrap piece of paper, and I'll show you why it's good to have papers laying around, because then you have neat papers for later. But that was the only one I had handy. So again, back to my desk protector paper, which also will appear probably in the future. Might even become a page in this journal. You never know. Absorbing up that moisture, and you see how it's already getting lighter. If I were to let it dry a little bit more, it would have stayed darker, which is probably what I should have done, because I do like it darker, but this is okay too. I mean, if it's too light, you can always go over it again. So now I'm gonna take a brayer and get highlights on there with I chose, I think it's bronze. I have my jelly plate over to the right of me, and I'll just put the paint on there and then just skim over it with the brayer to kind of pick up the highlighted areas or the raised areas. So that's what I'm getting ready to do now. And I'm just telling you that page is going to end up somewhere in my art later. I love desk protectors. They make the best pages in a journal. Okay, what am I doing here now? I'm just showing you the highlights. I'm apologizing for the glare from my light because it makes it hard to see the actual colors and everything. But this one kind of reminds me of autumn or fall. It's very, in real life, it's really orangey, brownish, goldish. Even with the bronze here, I'm trying to see if taking the light away will help. It doesn't, it's just too dark. But the light is kind of glary, so I need to find another light for above my desk, I guess. But that's it. See you later.